After the pellet has been fired from the gun, it must travel a distance d before striking the block. As it travels across this distance, it is accelerated downward by gravity, and our task is to find the y velocity of the pellet right before it hits the block. To find this quantity, we will use the kinematic equations to first find the time it takes for the pellet to travel this distance d, and then use that information to find the y velocity the pellet acquired during that time. To find the time it takes the bullet to travel a distance d, we use the kinematic equation involving distance, velocity, and time, and in this case, we write it in the x direction. We solve this equation for time, and then note that because there's no x acceleration, this x velocity is going to be constant and equal to the initial velocity of the pellet, which in this case is the muzzle velocity. Now that we know the time needed for the bullet to travel a distance d, we can find the y velocity. We use the kinematic equation involving velocity, acceleration, and time. The initial y velocity is 0 because the pellet is fired in a purely horizontal direction, and the acceleration is due to gravity, so ay is equal to negative g. We substitute in the expression we just found for the time, and then plug in the values given in the problem statement and the value we found for the muzzle velocity in question 2. We evaluate and find that the final y velocity of the pellet is negative 0.098 meters per second.